You see that bait company? Says Gambler. Yeah, we're going to fish with them today. We're only going to fish with Gambler Baits today. They're a Florida company. I'm down here in Florida. We're going to do some pond hopping in today's video, and we're going to catch some big bass. Spoiler alert, we will catch big bass in today's video, and we will do it on Gambler Baits. This is a Gambler Baits fishing challenge, I guess you could say. We're only going to fish with Gambler Baits. And yeah, so let's get into today's video. The reason I'm doing this intro in the studio is because it was so windy at the first pond that I stopped at that like you couldn't even hear me do the intro. So I'm doing the intro here in the studio, so hopefully you'll enjoy this video a little bit more with a little less wind noise. So if you do like this video, hit that like button, and of course if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button, make the red button turn gray. All right, let's get into today's video. Let's go. Gambler Baits, baby. This is my last 7-inch fat ace, obviously by Gambler Baits, since this is a Gambler Baits challenge. There was a bunch of bedding 6-pounders over here the other day. I caught one of them, and there was a few more that weren't quite on beds yet. It's actually really clear in here, but with the overcast and the wind and ripples, I can't see in the water like at all. So we are definitely fishing blind right now. Can't even see where the beds are. All right, so this end of the lake is calm and the ripples are way over there. So we're gonna see if the bass are bedding on this end. There's actually a bed right here. Caught a male on this bed not long ago. Got him. Oh, that's the female. That's the female. That's a big one. Holy cow. Yo, that's a 5+ pounder. Just smoked that 7-inch fat ace. Holy cow. That's a nice bass. Get her to stay still. That's a nice bass. Big girl. That is a big girl. Woo. All right, so I got a 6-inch fat ace lane toad color. I only have one left. I might have another pack, but out of this pack, I only have one left. Oh, little gator head right there, sitting in the water. Almost didn't see him. A bass on a bed right here. Dude, they're spawning right now, right in front of me. Oh, the female took off. I don't think they get that big in here, so that might be the biggest one. Dude, they're spawning right now. I see the male, but I don't see the female. The male's so small, not even worth catching. Female just left the bed. He grabbed it. Got him. Oh, he just had the tail. Alright, we're gonna toss him over here. Maybe we can catch a female. Oh, there's another small one right there. Alright, I'm done messing around with these dinks. I'm gonna go to where I planned on going and hopefully we catch a big old bass. Yeah, there's a okay size one. 1.5 pounder. But yeah, where we're going, there's a bunch of big ones. It's been a while since I caught one there, but maybe the Gambler Baits can get them to bite because I miss catching fish at this next spot, so we gotta catch one there. So what you do is you cast over this grass, right? This is great technique for these Gambler little easies and the big easies. And you just drag it through that stuff and let it fall into the holes and stuff. It is really shallow in here right now. This is crazy. But yeah, that tail will just be kicking around, that boot tail. just be kicking around in that grass, and those bass will come up out of this grass and just smoke one of these. All right, so I'm gonna switch it up to the 7-inch Gold Rush burner worm. Burner worm, Gold Rush color. This is a great color, one of my favorite colors, like period, for baits. Great color, especially down here in Florida. And the burner worm, I don't think the burner worm's as popular as the Zoom speed worm, but it's really the same worm as the Zoom speed worm. It's just, it's a softer worm. That Zoom speed worm is a little bit tougher plastic than this, and this has like a garlic smell and taste to it that is pretty lethal. That is a lethal little worm. But I reached into my bag to find a different color Little Easy, and I grabbed that and was like, you know what? We're just gonna fish with that. The burner worm is a pretty dang good bait, so if they're eating anything this big, we'll catch one. Oh, seen a wake. Oh, felt a little bump. Oh, definitely got a bite. That's like, I thought he had it. He pulled it. That second or third little pull was a legit pull. I thought that was a good one. I thought he had it the way he pulled me on that last one. Let's get it back over there again. There it goes again. Got him. Oh, I pulled it out of his mouth. Dude, he was running with it that time. Could y'all, you probably couldn't see it. It's kind of far away, but the line even went like that when I felt him pull it. Oh my goodness, that's twice. How did he not have it? Like, okay, I think I know what's happening. I should know better. I know better. What am I doing? You can see the teeth marks back here. Oh, it's probably a gar. Yeah, it's probably a gar. There's a bunch of different species in here. Yeah, this is all tore up. Bunch of teeth marks right there. Sometimes there's a gator right here on the bank, so yeah, see where this grass is flattened? So I gotta always watch out as I walk up to this spot. There's like 3 decent sized gators in this lake. It's not a very big lake either, so sometimes they run into each other and you can see them chase each other, being territorial. It's kind of cool to watch, but yeah, it's too small of a lake for 3 gators. Ooh, something moved in the water right there. Oh, he's got it. Got one. Oh, that's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. Not a bad one. That's not a bad little bass. We're gonna toss him back. Woo! I brought that bait right up over the edge of that grass and he just came up and smoked it. The water's not even that warm. They're not even like hitting top water. They just love these gambler baits. The big easies, the little easies, they have that boot tail and it just kind of through the water. That burner worm, it's like a mini buzz bait, a soft plastic buzz bait coming through this stuff. It's a weedless buzz bait, especially if you bury the hook like I've been doing, so that that hook doesn't come out and get caught in grass and stuff. And yeah, man, those baits really do get some bass bites, dragging it up over grass and dropping it on the other side and stuff. At first I thought he missed it, you know, I thought he didn't have it, because that's what was happening with the Little Easy over there. I was getting a lot of miss hits where they're just kind of annoyed by it, but this guy actually grabbed it. So we're going to keep chucking it in here. It looks like there's current kind of running into this grass line, and I'm not surprised they're up near the grass. I was trying to chuck my bait towards the grass over there, but it was too far away. I couldn't really chuck it over there. And then we had that gar messing with us near the grass over there. Finally, we're at a spot where we can work our bait near the grass, and we caught a bass. So we're going to keep doing that. These baits are great for that stuff. And I have ribbon tail with me. There's a bunch of gambler baits. There's a bunch that I'm not even fishing with. And we can really throw them all kinds of places. There's a spot over here I really want to fish. There's a spot over there I really want to fish. So we still could hook up with some big bass. I remember there was one time where 2 or 3 casts in a row, I caught a 5+ pounder right over here, and over there, same exact thing. So these spots, they're not, you know, there's not always a bass there, but there's a couple reasons why they are there. And if we catch some over there, I'll explain it. But right now, I'm a fish here. And the good thing about here is you have all this grass, all this currents coming in here, and actually it goes like this and then drops off. So there's even a ledge here. So I could even run this bait here and I'll be kind of on a decline, and a bass might be hanging deep, come up and get it, or a bass might be out here, see it, and come out and get it. So we have a few options right here. We're gonna make a couple more casts here before we move down the bank, but hopefully we'll catch them a bunch. Hopefully we'll just catch a bunch on these gambler baits. I don't know, should I switch it up? Oh, should I do it the Big Easy 49er color? Dude, I have caught a giant in here on this. And I will say these are not swim bait hooks. These are just extra wide gap hooks, you know, that I can use kind of for everything. And actually this is not a very big gap for this, but I know from experience that I can still catch them on this. So we are gonna ride with this. But what I like to do, first of all, I have a really big rod right now. This is 7'11", extra heavy, extra fast rod. So we can really stick some fish with this. And then you see I have that hook. It's not even in the bait. I just have it sitting down in this crevice that they make for their baits on the top and bottom, which is really good because you look at this and you go, there's no way, there's not enough clearance for you to set the hook on the bait. But because it drops down a little bit there and a little bit there, I think we can actually make this work, you know? So let's chuck it out there. And you see right there, I'm fishing as if I'm gonna fish this ledge. And the next cast I'll probably make closer to this grass. All right, so I'm running this bait right up near. That's a fish. Oh, got one. Oh, yep, that's a decent one too. So they're up near this grass for sure. That is not a bad one. He's jumping a lot too. He's swimming towards me. All right, get him up over here. That is not bad. That is a better fish. That is not a bad fish at all. Not a bad fish. Yeah, that Big Easy, man, you'll get some big bites with those. Let's toss them back. Woo! That bass smoked it. I just started wiggling it, you know, I just started reeling it back in. I was like, oh, did I just get hit already? So I probably threw it near him and he was like, oh, that looks nice. And then he saw that tail wiggling. He was like, oh, that looks really nice. Wham! And you'll get some hits. You will with these Big Easies. And this 49er color, oh man. Places where they have golden shiners, forget about it. You're going to catch some big bass. All right, so I feel like there was mixed results in that. We definitely caught some big bass, some quality bass on the Big Easy swim bait. You'll catch some big ones on that. That 7-inch fat ace. We caught a 6-pounder on that. And what else did we catch? Oh, the burner worm. Yeah, the burner worm's great for big bass. We have a 10-inch ribbon tail that we didn't even throw. So, you know, Gambler has some baits that will catch you some big bass. You might get less bites because a little dink isn't going to come up and nail that Big Easy. Not likely anyways. It happens, but not likely. So we didn't get the huge numbers. I was about to say, no, we caught a huge bass. We didn't get the huge numbers. We didn't catch a ton of bass in this video, but it also was really windy and stuff. Not the greatest conditions, but we did catch some bass. And actually, this lake is one of my favorite bank fishing lakes. And last 3 or 4 times I've been out here, I've caught one fish or none and had to go to a different pond because it's been tough out here. But I used to catch a lot of quality fish out here. And so I've just been like, man, this is kind of a tough place to fish. So the Gambler baits, they were working out here though. So they kind of you know, re-energized me. I'm glad that we're catching them out here again, because I was starting to think maybe the gators that are in here have gone to town on the bass and there's not many of them left or something, because I mean, it's been tough fishing the last handful of times I've been out here. Finally, we came out here, caught some quality bass, and I just did a quick lap around. You know, I didn't like stay out here all day. Obviously, we weren't out here that long at all. Maybe an hour and a half. You know, and a lot of that's just walking. You know, it's not even fishing for an hour and a half. It's just walking around, because it takes a good 55 minutes probably to walk around this. You know, if you're taking your time. So hour and a half, hey, that's not bad. We caught some quality fish, and we got a lot of bites too. So the Gambler baits, hey, they work. They're a Florida bait company. They definitely work down here in Florida. You know, if I was going to design my own baits, I would definitely design, you know, different size swim baits, some big Senkos, some regular size Senkos, a burner worm. You know, they do what I would do. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to make I'm not going to make a bait company. If I was going to make a bait, well, never say never, but I have zero plans to make a bait company. Let me just say that. And so if I was going to make a bait company, I would do what Gambler Baits does. Like, you know, but I'm in Florida, so I don't know how well they work in a different part of the country. If you all use them in a different part of the country, hey, let me know how they work for you where you're at. But I know they catch a lot of bass, and big bass, as you've seen, down here in Florida. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button and hit the like button. If you want to see me do this challenge on a kayak, hit that like button, because when we get to 50 likes, I think I said, I will do this in a kayak. And I don't know if I said that on camera or not, but I said it. All right, that's gonna be it. We're out. Peace.